My mom told me that she joined the Matcha Club in her school. Because my mom's from Sapporo, for context. Nobody...
Sapporo Ichiban.
Nimiso ramen.
It is Friday, August 22nd, 2025, and this is What Should We Talk About with Jenny Yang. This is your weekly catch-up time with smart and funny people to find joy in an unjust world. We discuss topics submitted by our guests and you, the listener. Any topic, current, old, big, small, nerdy, petty. From pop culture to the personal and political, catch shorter preview episodes wherever you pod. But if you want full episodes, uncut, and bonus episodes, become a paid subscriber at JennyYang.substack.com. So if this episode cuts out mid-convo, don't get mad. Get subscribing. My first guest today is a stand-up comedian and improviser, and they are on the cast of Nick Cannon's The Daily Cannon. Please welcome Tatyana Guchi.
Which was my camera. Hi.
This is your camera right here. The iPad.
I do all my own sound effects.
Pew, pew, pew. Here we go. Gucci, what should we talk about?
What the fuck is hot honey and where did it come from? What cult is starting this? Are these people... I think these people are industry plants. I don't know where it came from, but it just like took everything by storm. It's on sandwiches. It's on pizza. It's on the shelf at the store. I feel like you need to like announce to the world before you roll out some shit like this.
Wow. Okay, let's talk about it. Why do you hate sweetness and spice?
I don't think I hate either of those things exclusively. And I don't particularly hate them together. I don't know, maybe I'm aging. Maybe I'm grumpy. maybe I'm just a grouch and I'm like, what's all this new shit? I've not caught up to the last new shit. What was the last thing? What was like the last like flavor thing that hit the market?
Like truffle.
Yeah, I feel like truffle,
fries, everything, whatever.
Everything was truffled. Literally everything was truffled. And we just like accepted this into our matrix. And now hot honey? What? The bees never intended for that. I'm sure bees are looking at this shit like, what the fuck? We gave you perfection, bro. We gave you perfection. You put Tabasco in the fucking honey.
Don't overcomplicate. Let's put a set of bee wings, bumblebee wings behind you as you say that.
The bees in my head are gangster. They're like, what the fuck? Yeah, I don't know.
This is the cranberry team. They got bored, and so they went out and did the new industries.
No, the only part about your complaint is that it truly is probably an industry plant because literally the job of these industries is to promote their ingredients so people will eat it.
Yeah. There must have been like a lot of
There's a conspiracy behind this, I'm sure.
Maybe
dig into it.
Maybe it's because you guys remember when like ghost pepper took over?
Yeah.
Ghost pepper, everything. And that was just like a trend. I don't know what the fuck it's just painful. There's nothing enjoyable about ghost pepper. Maybe they just had a bunch sitting on the shelf. They were like, we don't know how to get rid of this shit.
But hot honey is better.
Is it? You've tried it?
Yeah.
I refuse to try it.
Wow. You are getting older.
How can you judge if you've never tasted
Listen,
it before?
you know that argument.
On spec. Yeah.
You know that argument doesn't apply.
You
know that. Just because you haven't tried it means that you can judge it.
Yeah.
That is fact. That is logically a fact. So I definitely wouldn't use that argument. But you should try it. It won't hurt you.
No, it truly won't.
Have you had hot honey?
Yeah, I used to work at Sweet Green, and there would be hot honey that
you worked at Sweet Green.
Yeah. And I will never shop there because I used to get the $17 salads for free. Now I don't go there and pay for Sweet Green.
Incredible.
But yes, I used to work there.
On the other mic that you just heard right now is a climate and labor organizer, producer at More Perfect Union, and a grist 50 climate leaders to watch. Oh, by the way, she's a lover of buses, trains, and bikes. Please welcome Elise Joshi.
Yay! Thank you for having me.
Oh my goodness, Elise Joshi. I'm so curious. What should we talk about?
With all love and gratitude towards you, Jenny, for having me today, and all love towards my friends who live in Los Angeles.
Oh, here we go.
I think we should talk about how the Bay Area in Northern California is better than SoCal. And it is with gratitude that I'm here. I'm being hosted today. But
with gratitude sounds like something a Northern Californian would say.
Oh.
While talking shit.
That's no offense, but
Yeah.
It's just
shots
true.
fired.
I know this is contentious.
So you have to explain why. You can't just be saying that in my
This
house.
is true. As you know, a climate organizer, lover of Mother Earth, I need my access to nature, and living in the Bay gives me that access to nature.
Oh.
Not just trails nearby, but also 3 hours from Lake Tahoe, Yosemite, and nature's greatest wonders. And so I need that personally. Second of all, I need my public transit.
Wow.
I don't own a car in the Bay. No way I could live in Los Angeles without a car and go from like one area of LA to the next.
Nice.
Like,
How much time have you spent in LA?
this is like my second time in LA.
Okay, so I think
so sorry.
Argument
just like
answered, asked and answered.
Just like Gucci said, you don't need to try things to know that you
Sure.
don't like it. I have
but-
actually never not lived in the Bay Area.
Right. So now let's just make sure we understand. Now, point number one, nature. So you trying to say we don't have nature in LA?
No, you have it. It's just hard to get there.
The 20 minutes north of here is the Angeles National Forest. I'm not sure if you've heard of it before.
I see coyotes
But it is.
all the time.
We do have like a family of raccoons, and there's a little fox situation
Is there?
that walks
in your
around.
area?
Is it a fox? Anyway,
There
a
are-
fox-like animal. that likes to
There's
come.
an epidemic of coyotes eating little
Coyotes.
chihuahuas
Oh, that's
in
right.
San Francisco.
Same here.
This is a
Same
thing.
here. We have that too.
They're doing a great service towards all of us.
Transportation,
Doing
obviously.
a great service.
Little
Listen,
dog, my
obviously
dog, that's my other hot
transportation.
take.
You don't like little dogs? I love chihuahuas. Oh my god.
No, it's not that I don't love them. They're just not
Let's see.
classified as dogs
Gucci.
in
Let's
my
go back to
head.
the first offense. So on the issue of transportation, point taken. Obviously, it's
Thank you.
we definitely need more and better public transportation. But there are millions of people in LA who definitely use public transportation.
Yes, and they rely on it. And I wish that one day you will have robust public transportation.
I will say, as somebody who uses public
I love how
transportation-
condescending that voice is.
as somebody,
Sweetie, I
I
hope
have
someday
BART that I
you
have
get
to wait
have
25
it.
minutes for if I miss the train.
as somebody
So-
who uses it in LA, let me tell you, you know that tram that goes from the parking lot of Disneyland to the park? That's essentially what the train in LA is, but for the homeless. It's literally, they're just riding it to their next destination.
That's an over-exaggeration.
No, that's literally.
More than people who are homeless ride
Use
the
public
metro
transit.
system.
Oh, depends on what time you're on.
That's
it.
true.
That
That's
is-
That
facts.
depends
That's facts.
very much on where the sun is.
We can all agree that there needs to be improved public transportation.
Oh,
in
absolutely.
LA. But
It's possible.
to live and die in
In
LA,
LA.
it's the place to be. What? That's all I got to say to that. Welcome, Elise. Thank you for that wonderful housewarming gift to my Los Angeles home.
I'm so sorry.
Sit in the silence of awkwardness. Good. Cone of shame. Here we go. And as always on the final mic, heard but not seen, co-founder of the branding and marketing firm Let's Brand, my sweetie, and co-producer of Life, Corey Higgs.
Hey there.
Good to see you, Corey. I see you all the time, and now I see you here.
Yeah, good to see you as well.
On today's agenda, number 1, I need everyone to hop off Matcha's dick. It's going extinct. Number 2, build your own bus benches. Number 3, James Dobson ruined Millennial and Gen X lives. Rest in piss. Number 4, Bad Bunny's new album. Number 5, being disgusted by America. And number 6, action items, aka a place for you to make note of some things that we might discuss during the course of the conversation that you want to take action on. Feel free to take notes on your clipboards. Listen, I'm the only fucking podcast host who provides everyone a clipboard and a pen. Okay?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Because I always think of things and I got to write it down.
Because you're a writer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And as always, my ONLYPAIDS, aka my paid subscribers on Substack, get the entire episode for real talk. Because you don't want to feel like you're losing your mind, and because we long for a better world filled with love, fun, joy, and cool shit. This is What Should We Talk About with Jenny Yang. Number 1, I need everyone to hop off Matcha's dick. It's going extinct. Gucci,
Yes.
Tell me more about this.
Yes.
Why should we talk about this?
Absolutely, because now it's so performative to drink matcha. It's making people like me have to go and find it and source it. I literally have to hit up my plug in Japan like, hello, I'm out, because it's sold out everywhere.
Moshi moshi.
Moshi moshi. I need a package. No, dead ass. Like, I feel like I'm ordering. You remember like back in the day when you had to like hit the plug up for weed? Like, that's how it feels right now. Like, I need 100 grams to my doorstep right now. It sucks. I feel like I'm one of those people, but I've been drinking matcha before it was popular. You know, I really was.
Well, you're Japanese.
Yeah, exactly. That was something that we like, had in the home, and it wasn't, we didn't drink it like
strawberry and cold foam
with blueberry and coconut milk and this and that. Oh my God. And now, because we're consuming so much of it, Japan has like run out. They had to defer to, I can't remember which country. I think it was like Thailand. That also is like the second biggest grower of
I didn't know that.
green tea leaves. Yeah. And are having to buy their leaves from them in order to produce matcha. And it's slowly going extinct.
Wow.
Yeah.
I blame all the influencers in the last couple years.
Absolutely. Yes. What the fuck?
It's white people. It's always white people.
And you know what? It's the same people who are doing the hot honey. I'm convinced.
No, it's not. On the Venn diagram of performative matcha drinkers and hot honey people, it's not overlapping.
You don't think so?
It's two separate circles.
I don't know. They both boomed in the market around the same time.
Hear me out. What about people like me who very recently have committed to quitting caffeine?
Oh.
And have like literally in the last 3 months committed to matcha as my way to wane off of caffeine. And
how do you drink matcha? How do you drink matcha?
It's because it's very new to me. I only have been ordering it. So
But in terms of
like an iced matcha.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is it
regular?
Sweetened?
Yeah,
is it like a latte?
Whatever the like
latte.
Yeah.
Latte.
Listen, I feel you, Gucci.
It doesn't cause as much anxiety as caffeine does.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't.
So, and it keeps
slow
me
release
away. Yeah,
caffeine.
it's so weird.
First of all, I'd like to highly recommend jasmine green tea from Taiwan.
I love
Listen,
jasmine green tea.
I was the smell of jasmine green tea is the smell of my childhood. All right, it's so delicious. You can drink it like water. Oh my God, thank you.
That is wow.
But also, in terms of claiming matcha, I'm gonna claim it too.
Yeah.
In summer of between sophomore and junior of high school, I did a study abroad in Japan.
You did?
Nagoya.
No kidding.
That's why I know a little bit of Japanese. Daijoubu. Anyway, so one of the things that my host family did was they sent me out to do all these different super Japanese traditional cultural things.
Yeah.
So they had me wearing a full-on kimono, yukata. And like I was like, this is so solemn. Like they're wrapping me up in like a tatami mat house.
Yeah.
And then after that, they open the door and there's like just like 6 heads like around squatting on their knees around on the mats in like an L formation. There's like some dude that looks like a priest in the middle. And then I go in the middle. They're like telling me in the Japanese I do not understand to come sit down.
Yes.
And then they hand me, there's like a plate full of different manju. Different little sweets,
yeah.
Right? And then they like give me this like traditional matcha cup and they're like telling me all these things to do. I don't even remember. This was like so long ago. But like I had to do this probably. And then I had to like turn the cup a few times.
The koicha is around on the cup, right?
Right. So that it kind of circulates a little. Is that why?
I don't know. I don't know.
I just remember there was very distinct instructions.
Yes.
To turn the matcha. Then you drink it. And that shit is...
You have to turn the cup in a certain way. Like the pattern needs to face a certain way.
Oh,
like
I didn't know that.
Aren't supposed to be on it.
So they were instructing me. So I have no clue what they were asking me to do. I just did it. And so when I drank it, this shit was bitter and thick as hell. Like, it is not how people drink matcha.
And
here.
you were a kid, right?
Yeah, I'm a kid. So I'm like,
what the fuck?
But that is the traditional way to drink it. That is the traditional way to drink matcha.
Super traditional tea ceremony. And then, but that's why you chase it with the desserts. So it's kind of bitter, and then you go, and then it's like super sweet, kind of like a rice-based little thing.
Yeah, these little
that like
cakes.
are shaped of flowers or whatever. Anyway,
my mom told me that she joined the matcha club in her school because my mom's from Sapporo.
Matcha
For context, nobody.
Sapporo ichiban.
Nimiso ramen. Sorry, you guys wouldn't get it.
I
You
support
guys wouldn't
you.
get it. No, but that's exactly where my mom is from. And so she joined the matcha club, and she told me, my mom is like high key very funny. And she told me, she's like, yeah, Tachi, I joined matcha club because we eat sweet. She's like, I don't like matcha. I go for sweets.
Oh, that's such a cute accent impression of Mama.
That is her.
That's
Yeah.
cute.
It's probably one of my best impressions is my mom.
It's very, you know what it is? It feels very real.
Oh, yeah.
And not like, you know, some shit a casting director would be like, can you give me more Asian?
No, it literally you can't get more Japanese than her, like high key. But you know, yeah, she would tell me those little stories, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Okay. I only learned that recently because she now is aware of my matcha obsession. And
Yeah.
yeah, you know, it's a problem.
No, but I
will
used to
say.
drink matcha without sugar because of that. Because
Yeah,
I was
no-
like, I
no
like the
sugar.
actual
taste
of it. Anyways, I'm
America
sorry.
has co-opted
I'm sorry. On
matcha.
behalf of Americans everywhere,
Yeah.
you know, we're fucking it up for the matcha producers and for the real
We've
ones.
appropriated matcha, apparently.
yeah. Very much
Apologies on behalf
Very
of
much so.
Americans.
Americans will eat anything with sugar and, you
Oh,
know, a fruit.
Man, and
fruit?
dairy.
Barely.
Yeah.
Fruit flavoring?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe not the actual fruit.
Syrup.
yeah, they don't even need it. Just
No.
the essence of fruit.
Essence of fruit.
Flavorings of fruit.
Imitation of fruit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. See, this makes me think of something else, which is the fact that like we somehow in the rapacious hunger of capitalism, we've somehow made young children a market for coffee. And so, right? Like older generations did not drink coffee really in like high school or middle school. But we got
Really?
kids
My mom gave me like milk coffee really young.
In
Like, she
America,
would make-
maybe not.
in America, no.
Yeah.
In other countries,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah.
100%.
It's like Latin America.
Yeah,
drinks
Latin America,
coffee.
100%. That's why my Latinx friends, they're all just like, I could have it at midnight
8
and I can
PM.
sleep.
No,
No,
yes.
like I
They
could not
1000%
survive.
do-
How are you able to do that?
I feel like it's like an allergen exposure. You really got to get them young. But anyway, in America, I'm just like, damn. It's because all the kids started liking how adults would like hold drinks from Starbucks. I feel like that became a thing. But it was all
remember this
sugary.
boom. Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Starbucks and Jules.
Yeah.
Yeah. My
in
middle school.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Middle high school. I remember.
That's right. You're much closer to high school than I am.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Only
you
by a
definitely
little.
her.
Yeah, this is the age spectrum.
Yeah, this
And then
is.
none of us will describe exactly the date.
No, it's not your business, respectfully. I remember that. I remember in like middle school, we would like walk to the Dunkin' Donuts and get ourselves like this it was just all milk and sugar with just a hint
Can't
of
have
coffee.
Dunkin'.
Like it was like mocha.
Or caramel, just straight
People were
caramel iced
obsessed with
coffees.
like elaborate Starbucks drinks that took like
Yes.
30 seconds to say.
Right. And then so that the sticker on the side was like super long.
long.
to bottom.
What's up with that? Is that what kids were doing? I feel like that's what kids were doing.
Yeah, and I don't know if that's still a thing, but it was definitely a thing in
I
middle
mean,
school. Like,
how old are you? You talk about your
23.
age. Yeah, you're 23. So you are not that far from what we're talking
not that
about.
far removed.
So you're literally the
No.
group that I probably am thinking about. Like your
Maybe.
peers are the ones who like got obsessed with Starbucks and like started to like order complicated sweet drinks.
100%. That is
Yeah.
us. And then added with the Juuls because vaping was very popular in middle school and high
Yes.
school. And it was just like, this era where like nicotine is bad, but Juul was selling like these sweet little flavors.
Right.
And so everybody was vaping in middle school. But no, I'm like a cuss, but not like millennial Gen Z cuss.
Right.
But like, did you have an iPad when you were 4 or
Oh.
not? And like, I had an iPhone like late in middle school. And so I think that
see.
like my brain developed still like yours did, I imagine. And like, I don't know if like
Question mark.
5 years younger than me, I'm not sure if we developed the same way.
Wait, it didn't get on the agenda, but who was the one that brought up Gen Z is better than millennials?
I did.
Yeah, I would never argue that. I don't understand because
that's a rough one.
I'm more sad for Gen Z than I am for millennials, honestly.
Are you?
I'm sad
Yes.
for the both of us.
I mean,
but I think
yes.
millennials are a little bit more self-aware about their situation Gen Z is a bit more audacious and egotistical, I think.
They're also younger, so
Yeah.
there's
That's
some of
true.
that.
Yeah. You'll grow out of that. I think Gen Z, the reason why I say that is Gen Z is much more emotionally aware and intelligent.
Okay, I'll
versus
give you that.
millennials. Yeah.
What?
Yes.
Compared to the older generations back at their age, I would agree.
Yes.
I
Because
would
like I will
Okay,
say
I don't even
millennials
know.
that are like 35 and up, they kind of are closer to Gen X, and Gen X who are closer to boomers. Like it was a very like repressed culture of just like if
wow,
you
that
feel
slippery
something,
slope was a vertical.
It was. It's just like I kind of all started.
Millennials
to
are
shove them.
just boomers, basically. is what you're
We
saying.
were raised by them, right?
Yeah.
Like, and so like I was taught to like if you feel something, suck it up, just
Yeah.
repress it
No,
and
that's
put
real.
it down, and
That's
yeah,
real.
and you don't talk about it. And like Gen Z, I noticed like my like Gen Z friends or even some of the concept that I consume, everybody's very like, well, I feel this way and I just need to acknowledge it. I'm like, oh,
Yeah, but
that's so
it gets
impressive.
to a point where they're almost like therapizing everything, and it's
Counterpoint.
like my boundaries are like screwing you over, or like I don't owe you anything is like a common
protecting my
thing.
peace.
And like therapy TikTok has made them believe they've actually gone to therapy. They as in we like have actually gone to therapy, and like
Right.
no. You saying I don't owe you anything is just you like repressing your need for community.
Oh, so
and
they're
like
repressing it
connection.
differently.
Yeah. So I mean, maybe it's just an overcompensation for things.
Because
but
I will say millennials were taught the same thing in the adverse, but just don't really know how to vocalize it.
Yeah, I think emotional awareness and emotional intelligence are two different things. And
Okay, yeah,
Right.
awareness versus
they're
intelligence.
aware of their emotions and able to express them, but it doesn't mean that they're necessarily smart about how they're expressing them or how that interacts with everybody else.
and I
around them.
find it actually boomers and Gen Z to be more similar than millennials and boomers
Yeah.
because
I feel
we're
like I've heard that.
we're a bit stuck in our ways, and like we believe that we've been failed as a generation, and then like fail to believe like we actually don't have beef with boomers. We have like beef with capitalism, and
Right.
so like you actually could be wrong
Right.
even though you're Gen Z. Like
Yeah.
this
Yeah,
kind of
yeah.
like a bit of ego and a bit of like lack of patience for like hearing other people's point of view.
Wow, you heard it from the Gen Z mouth
From the
here
Gen Z.
first.
Sorry to fellow Gen Zers.
I don't know. I am fascinated by cross-generational talk. Obviously, it's a very wide brush that we're painting, broad brush that we're painting, but
Totally.
Gen Z, I do feel bad for Gen Z. I feel responsible for Gen Z
You feel bad. Why do you feel bad for them?
because we made them that way. The older generation made Gen Z this way.
Yeah.
Whatever you complain about Gen Z, we did that.
No, legit. Like
Like,
I
do you know what I'm
don't have
saying?
any complaints. I think they're just like objectively funny, and
Yes.
they're
I
so
agree.
funny. I was
agree.
I managed at a cafe a couple years back, and like it was pretty much like all kids from UCLA that
Yeah.
worked there. So very Gen Z, very like are not interested in working harder than they have to. And I remember
Yes.
this one girl, I will never forget her. She came into work. I mean, she would come into work late all the time. And that always put me in like a weird position as a manager because I'm like, obviously, I'm going to have to sit and talk to you. I don't want to go through all of this. You know what you're doing.
Yeah.
She's like, listen, I really think I just need an accommodation. I'm like, okay, what would the accommodation be for?
Sure.
And she said, well, it's because I have ADHD and I can't wake up to my alarm.
I love her for that.
The audacity.
Yeah.
The audacity.
See, they're advocating for themselves, but
But you're just like,
And all of the emotions I felt in the moment were like, are you fucking dumb? To like, I also have ADHD, so this is a great fucking point, but no.
I love that your brain response was, "Are you fucking dumb?" Which is
no, it's time blindness.
Which is
That's the most boomer thing you could have
Timeline-
That
said.
was the most boomer thing
because
I
that is
could have said.
100% dumb is a word that is 100% on the ableist list of language not to use.
It was a range of emotions.
They have a
because-
right to be late. Don't you understand?
Because I didn't
codified.
disagree with her, but then the part of me that was raised by boomers was like, what?
What is wrong with you?
What are you talking
No,
about?
they're so funny. That's
Yeah, no, I feel like that's the funny kind of irony and beauty and ragingness of Gen Z.
Peak Gen Z is like LA wildfires and like lip syncing Katniss Everdeen. If you burn, we burn. You were with us. Like as their home burns down. Like we are a very unserious generation.
Did someone do that?
Yes.
Fire is catching. And if we burn, you burn with us.
We don't take ourselves seriously.
How did I
at
miss
all.
that?
Oh my God, yes. I saw this one
They're
video.
doing like a,
And I'm
like a dance
concerned.
in front of the burning house.
There's this one girl, she's Gen Z and she has cancer and she's going through chemotherapy and she's losing her hair. But she makes the funniest content. She will gather the 4 hairs she has left. And she's like, and here's the pink bow. And she's like, I'm like, oh my God.
That's really funny.
I mean, she's making like, yes, the situation is dire. She's, obviously fighting a horrible disease, but like, you're hilarious.
I love
Sis,
that.
You're so funny.
Y'all, I think we agree. Gen Z, hilarious and unserious.
I can't wait till they're in power. I can't wait.
Who's going to allow them to be in power?
Oh, it'll happen.
A lot of assumptions are being made about the state of our country. And
The
where it's
boomers
headed.
are just holding on. The boomers are just holding on.
Mitch
until-
McConnell will be alive for the rest of my life.
Oh
I
my
believe.
God.
You think so?
In some way,
Bro,
you'll make
bro,
it.
Congress
That
people are
man
out
can
here.
endure.
Congress
He's
people,
fallen like 3 times this year.
Yes.
He keeps falling and
They
getting
don't,
back
they
up.
don't care. Congress people are straight up on their deathbed, not allowing a special election to replace them and allowing their vote to die with them. That's how old and decrepit they are. And they're just clutching onto their power.
If you were alive through this, if you were alive like pre-segregation, you should not be in power. That's my take.
Wow.
You should not be in power.
Wow.
Give it up. Pack it up. Go the fuck home. Go to your private island. Go do whatever you...
If you're white.
Yeah. I mean, have you looked at the cabinet?
Yeah.
You looked at... Yeah.
Oh, I'm about to clip that out and let's see what comments roll in on that.
Pack it
one.
up.
Number 2, here we go. Build your own bus benches. Elise, I love that you are building bus benches in Oakland.
Yeah, it's been my cure of dealing with all of this.
Yeah, you said the word doomerism. Tell me, what is doomerism in case people don't know?
It's this feeling of despair that we have no control in how our world is built and what we can do to make it better. And doom prevails online. It's something our algorithms actually perpetuate and encourage because that's what gets good engagement is, a polar bear on a melting ice sheet, and it's, but that doesn't actually turn people to action. It just makes people feel horrible. And I've been actually, touching grass and I say this as someone who like started organizing during COVID and like, really needed like a physical way to like get my hands dirty. And, I don't know how to woodwork at all. Like I'm not a handsy type person. And, my work is very digital.
Because handsy means that you just touch people without their permission.
That's a good point. I didn't know that it exclusively meant that.
But you're not a very hands-on.
My
hands
skills
in the
are
dirt.
digital.
Yeah.
And like yapping and trying to like persuade and stuff. But
Very girl-coded. I like that.
I went to a bus bench build in Oakland. Oh my gosh, I don't even remember when the first one was. But these folks were so kind. They were really down to transfer knowledge. It wasn't just like, I know how to do this and you're just going to be my assistant. They're teaching you how to build the bus bench, to cut the wood, to paint it and sandpaper and assemble it and, understand how the design works and install it. And it's so much fun. It gave me so much joy. Like I met dozens of people over the course of a weekend of no payment, just free labor, hours and hours of building a bus bench. And we installed them where bus stops don't have bus benches in Oakland.
How many did you make?
Personally, I guess I was part of every part of the process, but there have been over 100 built in Oakland and SF over the course of a few months. Yeah. And it's very joyful. And I'm combating the doom internally, but I'm also like posting about the process of us making them. And like, it's not only exciting people online, but it's drove people to actually join the bus bench builds at later dates and churning more in-person action.
Nice.
So it's been
Are you bolting those things into the concrete?
oh yeah,
then,
so it's legal up until you do that. And then, we drill cement we drill into the cement and install the bus benches. And, you can opt into doing that. I really wanted to do it. So,
oh, wait. So you're saying to actually drill the concrete to install the benches, that's considered illegal?
yes,
That's vandalism.
Correct.
see.
Because that's public property.
Got it.
And, but the thing is, the amount of community support for these bus benches, when we're installing them, the bus drivers, people in their cars, people who are just walking by on their bikes, they're all like, oh my God, you guys are doing that. Thank you so much. Like I've been wondering who's been putting up these bus benches all over the city. And that amount of community support actually led to Richmond, a city north of Oakland, passing a measure to figure out how to do a community-led permitting process for bus benches. And
that's
so
nice.
to streamline that effort and actually legalize it so that we
instead
can
of
make
cracking
it,
down.
Exactly. And so, some of the comments are quite nihilistic, even if they support it. Like, oh, I bet the city's just ripping it up. And almost
have they?
all of them are still up.
Almost all. So what happened to the ones?
Only a couple have been removed, and it's led to a city legalizing the effort, and hopefully
Name
Oakland,
names. Who removed it?
Well,
What cities?
the city of San Francisco.
Fucking San Francisco.
Yeah, it's San Francisco.
No, okay.
This is why
January,
SoCal's better than
you
NoCal.
That's why
Oh.
SoCal's better than NoCal.
No cow. Well, you can't even try to do that. I'm
I mean,
sure if
we
you do that in
have-
LA, it's
I don't know
doing
if
that
Karen
in
Bass
LA?
is going to be
Nobody
much
doing that
nicer
in
about the bus
Nobody's doing
benches.
it in LA.
No, I love that.
You'll
I
get
love
some
that.
artists thinking
Yeah.
that it's furniture for free. They'll pick it up and put it in their fucking loft.
With
Oh,
the
no.
concrete slab.
No, it's installed.
Next to the stop sign that they've taken and the parking signs. Hell yeah.
I recreated a bench and a whole bus stop here in my living room.
Thanks for the bus bench, guys.
Aw.
I love that. And I love that it's like a very great direct action way to highlight a missing piece of what the public services are not providing.
Exactly. And that's the thing, like what I try to convey in my video is not that this is going to fix things, because the problem is our buses, as much as I was talking about how great Bay Area public transit is, I still have to wait 25 minutes for the bus if I miss it. And, an elderly
Ooh.
person.
Ooh.
SoCal comes every 7 minutes.
What was
Yeah, can you beat that?
Ooh.
But it's unfortunate. You have to wait 25 minutes for the bus to come, and we're currently defunding public transit
Yeah.
so that the wait times are even longer. And if you're elderly or like, hell, I'm able-bodied, I just don't want to like stand and wait for the bus and during a summer heat. And so
Yeah.
you have the right to comfort, you have the right to sit down, but we shouldn't be waiting this fucking long. And so we do have to advocate to our elected officials that we shouldn't be waiting for the bus. They should come every 10 minutes. And we shouldn't be using free labor and our own resources to build these bus benches. You should be doing it.
Yeah.
And so like the point is not just to make people think that these parallel institutions are like alone going to fix things, but like highlight what our government should be doing and advocate for them to do it.
I like that. Elise, how did you become so politicized so young?
Oh my gosh. It's been a process. Like there's moments, I don't know if you can relate to this, but like, it looking back that was a politicizing moment, but in your like life, like I've had experiences with police that I, at 13 years old, I like didn't think a cab immediately, but like at 16, I was like, that was a fucked up experience and I
Yeah.
shouldn't have had to deal with that. And like, this is a personal understanding of why police are not here to protect us and protect women. And so, there's been moments like that. But, I grew up in the Bay Area, 2017, 2018 wildfires, missing school because of like high smoke days, 300 AQI outside my door, red skies. That is so politicizing. And, it didn't radicalize me. It made me realize like, okay, climate change is a thing. And then seeing Sunrise Movement, seeing AOC in 2018 made me realize like I could do something about it, and people who look like me can be part of leading that effort.
But okay, so like as someone who was politicized when I was younger too, and my first career was in politics and working for the labor movement.
Awesome. Go unions.
My question is was there a moment where you decided to be more courageous, to speak out, for even despite a fear of like looking bad?
Yeah.
or like having your peers judge you?
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I didn't get my high school graduation because of COVID. And so, my high school graduation was us all being clipped up into a hard drive.
Stop.
And yeah, it's really sad. I think it's like on YouTube of like 2 hours.
That's the future Zuckerberg wants.
Yeah,
It's just everyone's graduations clipped up into one.
Yeah, and I didn't get to walk with my peers. They just gave me a slot time to come to campus and walk across the stage, and then everyone had their own time, and they clipped up all the videos into one, and that was, May 2020. And so that was my experience. I didn't get to say goodbye to those acquaintances you're not like homies with, but you hang out in class, and my teachers. And so it was a really weird time, but I saw that people were using TikTok to talk about the Black Lives Matter uprisings. And so I saw that it was a tool to educate people, radicalize them, share what are the solutions that we should be fighting for. And then a few months later, in like July or August, I hopped onto TikTok, kind of like, okay, well, I'm not seeing anybody from high school ever again. Like, this is a pandemic. Like, let me hop on here, talk about climate change, talk about climate policy, connect it to the election. And like, who cares anymore? Like, I got into Berkeley on neurobiology.
What?
I couldn't really tell you why. Like, I wanted to do that. I don't think I ever did. But I switched it very early into the pandemic and started talking to people online. I read books about the climate crisis and like would make like 14-page documents about the statistics and projections of the climate crisis, like what happens for heat death, floods, wildfires. Like,
I heard
each
we
category.
got 15 years.
No. We're not all gone in 15 years, but that's a very crucial window. But yeah, I talked to people online about it, and then I got more and more brave as I make more videos. People use those documents to like convince their family members who were climate deniers, and so I saw how helpful it was, and it all built up to me interrupting a White House press secretary. So, I guess I got more and more courageous as time went on, I guess.
That was a big viral moment. Yeah. Where a Biden press secretary was talking about climate action. And then there's like this video where Elise is like, excuse me.
1 million young people wrote to the administration pleading not to approve a disastrous oil drilling project in Alaska, and we were ignored. So I'm here channeling the strength of my ancestors and generation. Will the administration stop approving new oil and gas projects and align with youth, science, and frontline communities from the North Slope of Alaska to Louisiana?
Very polite, but very articulate. Very young. This was like 4 years ago, maybe? 2 years ago.
Not
okay.
too long ago.
Too long
years ago. A couple times yesterday, I totally teared up the whole time.
Oh.
Yeah, because the thing is it's how much strength it took for you to say something in that moment where it's all eyes on me and I'm speaking up to the press secretary for the White House and holding them accountable. And that's not
very
easy.
Gen Z coded.
Yes. And the fact that they had to have a virtual graduation. Oh, yeah. I feel like that's what I mean. Like when you describe all the things that you had to go through as Gen Z, just strictly because of the timing of your birth, I'm like, we did that.
One.
We fucking did that.
Yeah.
The older generations.
Yeah, but there are folks who fought for, against the Iraq War. There's folks who fought against everything that's climate action and everything.
No,
and
there's
I
some
don't
of us
feel
who
failed
did do
by
stuff.
you.
Thank you. I needed to hear that. No.
I don't need to seek vengeance from anybody born before 1995.
Maybe that's the revenge movie I need to write. Just a generational revenge movie.
Ooh.
Wow.
That'll be
generally
cool,
Kill Bill,
war.
kill boomers.
Kill boomers. I'll be the
JK.
first one there.
Wow.
Matter of fact, cast me.
For the
I'm trying
movie.
to create intergenerational solidarity here.
Yeah, that's right. No, we're doing solidarity. I agree. We're doing solidarity.
Sure.
I love that, and I love that you're inspired by the Black Panthers and the heritage of that. In
the
Oakland.
heart of it's in Oakland.
The heart of it is in Oakland, and I don't pretend, and none of the organizers who do these bus bench builds pretend that we invented anything. Like these parallel efforts are started by the Black Panther Party, from free bus programs to free sickle cell anemia tests, and they are the model that we are missing in this moment.
Yeah.
And if we had that, we'd be a lot better off. And, you know, we get free school lunches. We get free sickle cell anemia tests in California. And that is because of the Black Panther Party. And
Shout out to the Black Panthers.
Shout out Huey Newton. Shout out Fred Hampton.
I know. Next one. Here we go. Number 3, James Dobson ruined Millennial and Gen X lives. Rest in piss. I brought this up, y'all. I know. Do you know who James Dobson is?
I do not.
I don't know this man.
Enlighten me.
That is so fortunate for you. Yeah. James Dobson is what they call the founder of Focus on the Family, an organization that was founded, I don't know, back in the 70s or 80s, some shit like that. That is a very evil Christian nationalist organization. And let me describe to you via a bunch of thread tweets. I don't know how to say it. Things people said on threads.
Here, what is it?
How they describe it. I don't even know how
Threads.
they describe it.
There's Blue Sky Threads, Twitter.
I know. So let me read you some threads from people talking about the fact that he died. All right. James Dobson from Mother Unhinged. James Dobson, unofficial father of the no contact movement amongst the Gen X and millennial crowd. John Myron Werner says Dobson succeeded in convincing well-meaning parents that cruelty was love while granting abusers the divine license to call their violence holy. The world is made significantly more hospitable with his corpse rotting. Y'all, it's giving Ding Dong the Witch is Dead.
Yeah.
Okay, let me explain more. Here's another one. James Dobson has passed away, and if you are so insensitive and uncharitable that you would speak ill of the dead before his body is cold on the ground, I think you and I can be good friends.
Yeah.
I really do not wish for people to talk about me like this when I go.
Yeah,
this is
certainly
wild, okay? My friend, fellow comedian Jay Jordan wrote, closeted men become super Christians because Jesus is the only man they're allowed to love.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I like that.
Here we go. Jean Daniello Doncada says, Dr. James Dobson may be more responsible for more 30 to 50-year-old ex-evangelicals than anybody else. He dared our caregivers to be violent and homophobic and sexist, and they listened and obeyed by the millions. But he was right about us kids in one way. Many of us were strong-willed. That was like a terminology he used. I thank the God of love for each of us who could not have that spanked out of us and survived.
So he had it sounds like he had. Did he have teachings?
Yes. Here, let me get into the details. I'm only doing this because for you to know about a huge part of America, you have to know about this guy and focus on the family. Slight trigger warning around, hitting children. I blame Bill. That's the username. Wrote, reminder, the James Dobson method of spanking was treated as non-abusive because it was calm. For it to be abuse, the parent had to be out of control. And this is the Dobson spanking method often included, number 1, the child delivering themselves over to be spanked, thereby denying their self-preservation instincts. Number 2, nudity, pulling down pants and underwear. Number 3, forced affection with the parent immediately afterward. Number 4, re-spanking if the spanked child showed any emotion beyond contrition. You guys.
That was his
manual.
It was
He literally
what?
He literally taught a bunch of Christian parents to do this to their children.
Was he the head of a church or something? Or
I think he was friends with all the church people, but he's just like a Christian nationalist guy that founded this institute. I don't know how well
died.
He just died this week.
Wow.
Sorry, I know it's horrible, but I just wanted to read this because it's like, this is what we mean by this is when you're mad about America, this is what we're up against.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, it's very thoughtful. this list of instructions.
Thoughtful?
But that's a very
he put a lot of thought into that, if that's what you meant.
Yes. Yeah. Not thoughtful's not what I meant. He put a lot of thought into it. Correct. Because that's actually I feel like that's a common thing. I don't know if that's a common thing amongst all Christians, but I learned that as Church of God in Christ, very Kojic. I grew up and it was very spare the rod, spoil the child. Getting your ass beat was normal, and it didn't even have to be from the parent. It could be from the community.
Yeah.
It was it's free for all, high key. So I didn't realize that there was powers that be that are like, hey, let's all sit down for tea and talk about how we can beat our kids.
That gave essentially an instruction manual.
No, that's exactly what that was.
So listen, y'all don't have to react to that, but I just needed to share that because this man was wild. He was really out here, and there were huge accusations about him being just super closeted gay.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because he also was highly homophobic and essentially talked about how gay people were evil. Like, it's all connected.
Doth protest too much.
Yeah,
It's one of those.
absolutely.
Did he have kids of his own?
Probably. I don't know. I
A
didn't
wife?
look into this man's personal life.
Because if he was wifeless for his whole life.
I mean, we don't know. There's a lot of people with wives who, are still.
This is true. This is true.
Listen, I'm not out here to be the one to say it, but those are the words on the streets.
Might as well. I mean,
He's one of those had sex with his wife 3 times, got 3 kids kind of person. You know?
right.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
We don't know.
Allegedly.
Anyway,
I think now is the time to start rumors. I think.
let's
Actually, let's start
James
that.
Dobson hates eating mangoes. I don't know. We need to have meaner rumors than that.
James Dobson, he likes dick. That's
I heard he had a
simple
bunch
as
of toilet cams he put all throughout the church.
I mean, we don't know. Also, shout out to Bobby Burke, our friend Bobby Burke, who also wrote about James Dobson. Today, the man who had a huge hand in the mental and emotional anguish I have experienced my entire life has died. His teachings caused my parents and so many others to really mess their kids up. Let all of us who have spent our lives trying to heal from the wounds that this man caused have a little peace knowing he no longer walks this earth. Shout out to Bobby Burke
Shout out Bobby Burke.
from Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. Let's go.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In case
He's the one that does all the work.
that's the word on this
Bobby
street.
Burke does the work.
Bobby.
Making a whole house
does
while
the work.
Jonathan is.
Anyways, that's James Dobson, y'all. Let's move on to better things. Number 4, Bad Bunny's new album. Let's
Bad
go.
Bunny.
I haven't listened to the whole album.
You're kidding.
Can we play it a little
Oh my
for a
God.
second, Corey?
Play it by
We're not going to be able to
Play
put it onto the final
please.
edit because
I can sing it.
music rights.
I can sing it.
Yeah, give me
I can just
Fuck
go.
it, I'll
track
just-
1. Let's go.